I'm done. That's it. I'm done. I know I come on here and post content to help women. I talk about self-worth, self-trust, self-esteem, honoring your authenticity. But what a lot of people don't know is that I'm literally fighting for my life as I'm making this content, okay? I am working through this stuff as I speak, all right? I'm not looking down from the mountaintop telling y'all, hey, this is what you should do, and here's why you should do it. No, I'm in the trenches with you, sister. Okay? I'm right down there with you. Because I am not a guru or a professional. I'm literally just a girl. I'm a woman, okay? I am a woman that has seen things, experienced things, and I'm on this platform just sharing, all right? Cool. I'm just alchemizing my experiences and putting language to things that most of us may feel, but we really don't know how to speak about. And the theme of my life lately is putting down the burden. All right. As a woman, a Black woman in particular, as a daughter, a friend, and so on and so forth, I have a pattern of carrying loads that don't really belong to me. Sometimes I even feel like I'm carrying like deep ancestral trauma. Like it's almost my duty to break certain generational curses, and it's heavy as hell. I've recently become more mindful of how much I've been carrying and tapping into the reasons why I've carried this stuff for so doggone long. Mainly, I'm unpacking this because I am choosing myself more. I am putting myself first in practice. I'm not just speaking about it, I'm actually doing it. And I've really been focused on giving myself grace and allowing myself space and time to move through the things that I need to move through. But one thing about it though, I've been tested, okay? I have been faced with plenty of tests lately in my day-to-day life that are basically asking me, Dominique, are you gonna choose yourself this time? Or are you still playing around? Dom, what are you carrying that you need to put down, sister? So in this video, I am going to be talking about what I've been working on in my season of releasing. And maybe this can help you think about some things that you might want to release too. All I can remember as a kid is growing up with this mindset of I always have to be cookie cutter Dom, especially in the eyes of my parents. I always have to do the right thing, make the right choice, make the good grade, be the good daughter. I must always be responsible. I always should be useful. I have to contribute. I have to make sure people know that they can rely on me, depend on me, and my actual feelings don't really matter. Now, I do realize much of this stems from conditioning from my parents, okay, and also realizing that they may have deeply ingrained this into their own patterns from their childhood, okay? Maybe their parents made them feel like that. So they may have unknowingly or knowingly passed some of these thought patterns down. And maybe they didn't realize how damaging those kinds of thought patterns can be to one's self-esteem, especially for a small child. Because to feel like you don't matter unless you're a direct benefit to someone, unless you're seen as stable, is honestly kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And having this mindset and internal belief spilled into so many areas of my adult life. I had consistent feelings of unworthiness. I would feel like my creative work isn't good enough unless it's like polished to perfection. If I was trying something new, if I automatically wasn't good at it right off the bat, it wasn't even worth trying anymore. I also used to feel like relationships always had to be transactional. You know, like if someone did XYZ for me, I've got to do XYZ for them back, maybe even 10 times better. Also, I've always had a very mild stutter all of my life since I was a kid. But as I grew into adulthood, I became more hyper aware of my stutter, especially in higher pressure speaking situations, because I started feeling like if I don't speak perfectly, if I don't say this thing the right way, people are gonna judge me. People are gonna think I'm stupid. People are gonna look at me weird. And I can't even count all the ways that in particular has held me back so much professionally and in social settings. So now when I find myself feeling pressure of projecting a certain image of perfection, or I feel like I have to be perfectly responsible or perfectly articulate. I do my absolute best to release those feelings. If I feel pressure to overextend myself to people, or I notice myself bearing too much responsibility to seem reliable, I just try to make the choice that my heart and my nervous system is screaming at me to make. Maybe sometimes that means taking a nap instead of going to that event, even if it's gonna seem like I'm flaky. Maybe it's one day allowing myself to go to the grocery store with my hair looking crazy. Okay, even though my mom taught me growing up to never go anywhere with your hair looking crazy. Because even small things like that can help me reclaim parts of my humanness and sit with the fact that I'm not a freaking robot Barbie doll. I consider myself to be pretty emotionally intelligent. So sometimes I can like preemptively think and feel for others. Like I may anticipate people's reactions, I may downplay my own needs, or I may try to reframe my feelings to be more digestible for the people around me. But it's not my job to manage everybody's comfort. I'm not everybody's personal teddy bear. I am a woman with my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own modes of expression. I'm allowed to say exactly what I feel and mean what I say and allow other people to digest it how they will. It's okay for me to allow other people to regulate their own emotions without me jumping in and being like, oh, I can help you. I truly have enough of my own problems without stacking everybody else's problems on my back. And in my content, I talk about the importance of setting boundaries and standing on business with people because I know firsthand how easy it is for empathetic people to be emotionally swayed into being everyone's rescue person. Me being so introspective and self aware has always caused me to overfunction in relationships. I was always the one to do the over explaining, do the repair, and initiate all of the healing. But I don't have to own everything. I don't have to own everything that someone else does. If they mess up, by golly, they done messed up. Like I don't have to flip it into a lesson or a learning opportunity for me every single time because everything is not a test for my growth. Okay, sometimes you gotta let it be what it's gonna be. As brilliant as I am, I can't be the architect of solutions for every single person, place, or thing. I've realized a major part of healing is allowing other people to sit in the consequences of their own actions. Let people sit with their discomfort and let people do what they do without making it a me problem. There is a nagging part of me, okay? A nagging part of me that thinks having emotional, mental, or energetic needs is an inconvenience to everyone. Yes, I have learned to self soothe, and yes, I have learned to emotionally regulate to an amazing degree. And I'm quite proud of myself for that, in fact. But it's almost like I've learned to do it so well that sometimes I forget that I actually am worthy of care and I'm not just here to survive. I mean, just last week, I was literally so fatigued, stressed, and overstimulated that I had an eye twitch. Quite literally. Like I was waking up on the wake up. My eye was twitching on a wake up, sis. And I said, you know what? Maybe I should call off work this morning. Maybe, just maybe, I should get some extra rest. All right, mind you, I never call off work. And I had to hype myself up so much to simply call off work and admit that I need rest. I'm not even used to asking for a break, asking for time to recover. I'm not used to that. I am used to keeping the bar low, okay? Never asking for too much, never really firmly demanding what I need. So I've been pushing myself to do exactly that, even though it's been so hard. Because it's okay to admit that I need things. And it's okay to say, hey, I don't have the emotional bandwidth to take that on right now. Having needs doesn't make me high maintenance. It just makes me human and honest and real. And I deserve to be in relationships and in environments that understand and welcome my basic needs as a human being. So I say all that to say, as much as I've been unpacking on this channel, I am far from perfect. I will probably never speak from the mountaintop down to people because there is no pinnacle of healing. Like, there's no final destination to where you'll just never need to heal from anything ever again. That's not real. And the kinds of emotional work and alchemy that I talk about on my channel can result in more self-trust, self-love, a higher self-esteem, and a better relationship with yourself and with other people. But it's an ongoing thing, okay? The work is never truly done. You're always learning new lessons and meeting new people to learn newer lessons with. You keep learning new things about yourself and the people around you, and you make adjustments along the way. And right now, I'm sitting with some things that I've never fully confronted before. This is not the first time, and it won't be the last time either. But working with this energy doesn't even have to call for anything extreme. Maybe it's letting someone know that I need help when I'm struggling. Maybe it's admitting to someone that they truly hurt my feelings instead of just holding it in. Maybe it's sleeping in for that extra hour on Sunday because I know I really need it. My focus right now is humanizing myself. After years and years and years of judging myself for being human, it's my goal now to let myself know it's okay to relax and be perceived as a little messy sometimes. Well, that's all I have for this video. Of course, let me know what you think in the comments. This one was a bit more personal, but I hope you got something from it. Tell me, are you feeling the need to release something lately? What has been weighing heavily on your heart, on your mind? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Support your girl. Support your girl because I'm still a very, very small channel. Love y'all. As always, stay gorgeous, and I will see you in the next one.